One live. Here we are, Sami. Yeah, I was always thinking that with the metaverse, when I'll say, look, can I give you a coffee? And I'll do like that, and you'll get the coffee, and that's it. I don't know how long we'll have to wait until that's real, Matrix style. I don't know.
It's coming soon.
It's
Yeah. Going so fast now. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's coming really soon.
It's incredible how I'm 50 years old this year, and I was thinking. I went today to the school for a meeting, parents, meeting about video games. But not only, also what kids are watching on Netflix and all the problems related, because maybe you have 5 years old kid that are watching Squid Games or 18 years old movies. So there are a lot of issues today because kids have access. A lot of parents, they have no idea what they're doing, and so on. But I was thinking, wow, when I was, 5, I mean, it was the 70s. It didn't exist internet. I mean, it's crazy if you think about it.
True. True. I think it's changing, and changing so fast.
And I would say the crypto world is crypto in general, crypto, NFTs, metaverse is going even faster because I come from the tech startup world. And of course, it's fast, like move fast, break things, Facebook style. But you had a certain pace in the last 10 years. Crypto world, I mean, every 3 seconds is something new and changed. And no, why are you using now, I don't know, this chain that now there is this new that is incredible. How do you deal with that the technology keeps changing?
It's going, according to me, it's going 10 times faster. When I start crypto, people used to say, okay, you are from Stone Age world. I say, okay. And 1 year of crypto, it's 10 years of Stone Age. So you will see how it's going fast. And the thing is, you need to just be aware and be able to see everything around you, and able to grab all information and put it, as evolution of, if you're working on process, to being able to evolve on your process, and being evolve on your project. So end of the day, when you will have all information, your roadmap still continue and evolve step by step.
Got it.
One step. Sorry.
Give me the context so that we help people watching our conversation to understand exactly what you're doing and where you come from. What's your background before Cross the Ages, and then we'll go into Cross the Ages.
Okay, sure. So my name is Sami. I'm 37 now. I come from the audiovisual sector. So I used to produce movie. So before that, I do all the job on this part. I used to be assistant and working on graphic. And after that, I become producer for many years. And I produce a documentary, short movie, and also long movie. Before that, when I was 9, I started to collect the collectible. So this is my passion. I do that for more than 27 years, 28 now. And I'm a super geek. So everything about Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, World of Warcraft, all these kind of cards, this is a thing that I know so well. And I start the production of gaming. So I start I think it's going to be maybe 10 years ago. So my company, we have 5 companies, worldwide company in Japan, in Brazil, France, England, and we produce video game. We already produce more than 50 video game on different platforms. So this is who am I.
Wow. What kind of video game you were producing? I mean, you were producing your original video game. You were working, I don't know, for Nintendo to develop a part of video game.
We publish game for Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox, Steam, Android, and we have our own IP. So we created a new kind of contents. So game of fighting, adventure game, simulation, a lot of different kind of game.
Got it. How many people are working at the moment in the company?
So on my previous company, we used to be 65, and on Across the Ages, we are 145 now.
Wow.
So 210 people.
Got it. By the way, what do you think about the Microsoft Activision Blizzard acquisition? I'm curious to know if everything will change, nothing change.
It hurts. I was wondering a thing like that. It was like before when we seen Bethesda, that Microsoft being, take the acquisition of Bethesda. It seems that Microsoft is coming back, and getting those IP will be a real game changer, because it will allow them to have like some game, and maybe they can be able to say, okay, now it's gonna be like exclusive for Xbox, and this will change a lot of things. So yeah, the market is changing, on gaming, and you have a more and more merging, of company to just have some few people but super strong.
Got it. Yeah, by the way, it's interesting because imagine if, I don't know, Zuckerberg would have tried to buy Activision Blizzard. They would have put him in jail. They would never allow to do that. Microsoft, yeah, okay, 70 bill, 80 bill, yeah, all right, yeah, you can get this. But this is, I think, one interesting point, and I would like your opinion about it. In video game industry, you have some mega players at the moment, and probably as a game developer, you have to choose. If you develop for, I don't know, Xbox or PlayStation, it's a very tough market, and all of these companies, they have huge budget, so it's like having Google, Facebook, Apple. I mean, there are big tech players dominating. My feeling is that with this, let's say, Web3 new era, also in video games, well, things can change a bit. The balance can change. You can have a different way of interacting, different way of developing games. So I was curious if it's just my bias, but it's not true. At the end of the day, there are three companies, they are dominating the market, and that's it. Or there is a new option, a new window also for the video game industry.
Today, the market is really focused on the three first, So you have Nintendo, Sony, and after that Xbox. Every publisher is looking for doing sales, digital and physical, and you need to have the number and metrics in front of that. So if you want to publish a game, you're gonna port this game, for Nintendo, for example. So it will take time, and it will take an amount, and you will do it, for Sony, because it's a different job, and you will do it for Xbox. The thing is, for all the platform, you will have a number of more or less. We know that for the digits, Nintendo is the first one, and after that, it's going to be PlayStation, and after that, it's going to be Xbox. This is going to be the total amount. If you want to try to sell it in another place, it will be another job. But you, as publisher, your job is you have an amount that you need to do the zero. Imagine that your game costs 500K. You need to create the number of cells to be able to go to the zero. Maybe you got it, in 1 year, maybe in 2 years. So your objective is trying to find the zero. And after that, you can maybe able to create a profit, on the game, because it's a long term. So basically, when you are a publisher, you need to create a concept or a game that you'll be able to get the zero quickly, and after that you can be able to make some profit on it.
Yeah. And do you think that this scenario will change with NFT games, crypto? How will it change? How do you go out from this, let's say, monopoly?
Okay, if you take, for example, the game we seen on the field of crypto today, it's in the studio, so it's not something a AAA project, and they are absolutely not AAA project for now. If you think about it, and you've seen like which amount they raised and what is a global sale of that, it absolutely changed all the rules about the gaming. So some company used to maybe made like 1 million, on the field of gaming, become 5 billion. So it's absolutely insane, So everyone is trying to come. It's why you have like so many new projects of gaming and so many projects of NFT, because everything is about speculation. So everyone wants to try his chance and say, okay, this is El Dorado, it's a gold, this is a new stuff, I want to come, I want to be in. And we will see like so many projects, and step by step, we will be able to see clearly a newcomer new people coming, on this field, but with a super high quality. And this is how, we will have, exactly as we've seen with Nintendo, Xbox, and Sony, some major coming and having, a large part, on the NFT and blockchain parts. About the gaming, we're talking about the gaming on this field.
Got it. Yeah, you touched on an incredible, important point, I think. I was having a look the other day. One of my kids, 13 years old, he was playing Axie Infinity, okay? And I mean, if I look at the game design, I mean, it looked like, I don't know, and I compare it with, I don't know, Fortnite or that. You think, wow, this is what kind of game it is. Like the general I don't know how you say in the game slang, but the general
quality of the game and the shape of the game, and sure,
is, let's say, a bit. It's still at the beginning of the development. I don't know how to say it in a good way, but it's like, you watch a movie that I do with my webcam, or a movie by Martin Scorsese with incredible design, photography, Avengers. I mean, that's the feeling. But on the other side is incredible the different dynamics. So you think that also for this kind of NFT games, crypto games, video games, will get to a level of quality like, the traditional games?
Definitely. In fact, what's happened, it's only about the feeling. If you think about it, your son is playing because he's happy to do it, and he's not looking for the graphic and just for the experience he will get. The experience with Axie Infinity is a new kind of experience, a play to earn. So now you're giving back the power to the people, and say to someone that he can play to a game and having something that he can able to sell, buy, and create the value. This is totally new. So people accept that the graphic will be lower, but the graphic will grow up and up, because this is exactly, the way and how it's going to be evolved. So the strong thing about Axie Infinity, they was one of the first coming with a new model economic and new concept. And this is why and how people are coming. For a game, in my point of view, there are two ways to come to the game: the game himself or the marketing. When you put them all together, you have the combination as Fortnite or Genshin Impact. If you have the marketing, it's because your son, if you ask him, why did you play to Axie Infinity? And he will tell you, I have a friend who played to Axie Infinity, he said something, he made $100, and you will see, and that's why I want to play this game. Marketing, This is experience, how you can grab someone. And it's going to evolve. And we are in crypto. So 10 times quicker than, the old stone. 10 times faster.
That's another interesting thing, that some, like if I think about Axie Infinity or something like that, there are people that only play for the money, and there are stories, they play so that you can make money, play to earn. Well, great, but what do you think? I mean, if you have a community of people that are there only for the money and not for the game itself, because you like the game, you are entertained, and of course you also get money out of it, great, but if it's only the money, I don't know how sustainable it is in the long term. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
You're absolutely right. It's not sustainable. And if you think about it, why all the game has the same lifetime? 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. It's only about speculation. People don't care about the game on crypto. They just care about the money. So there are a way, to create something new. And this is exactly what we try to create for Across the Ages. We created an IP, something so strong that whatever what's going to happen, people will love the IP, will love the story, will read the book to understand, what it was talking about, what is the topic. If you create it on your game, you will have always a new game coming, every few months, and every new game coming with a new hype, and people will go to another game and going to another game and going to another game. So it's not sustainable.
Got it. The other day, I was talking with a friend who is a game developer. By the way, in Brighton, there are 2-3 studios of game developer, I realized. And we were talking about NFT because I launched recently my NFT, which is a utility NFT, by the way. It's not only art, you have access to products and service. So it's a utility NFT. And I was talking about NFT, and I say, man, NFT, wow. And in your sector, gaming and NFT. And I was expecting to find yes, that would be incredible. And he was really skeptic. And he gave me this argument. So help me to counter, to fight back next time that I meet him. So he said, well, yeah, okay, you play a video game. Okay. And you earn your NFT. And maybe it's a hat. Your digital hat is yours, is in your wallet. Great. You have the ownership of that. Congratulations. And then you think that you go in Fortnite and you use your NFT. And this will never happen until, Fortnite and, I don't know, Call of Duty agree to an interoperable way of showing the same digital objects. It will never happen. So he was very, very skeptical about it. And I didn't think about the interoperability between platforms. And he was also pushing on the fact that these monopolies, they try to protect their game. There is not an open approach, let's say. I don't know. What do you think about it?
I think we have to wait and see what's going to happen. It's like, why we have so many metaverse, and is it scalable, and are we able to have a bridge between different metaverse or bridge between different game? I think, in my opinion, that the super player, will try to find a way to create the bridge between different communities, because it's good. If you are able to have the community of Genshin Impact, Fortnite, and all together, it's just going to be amazing for the community to say, oh, wow, this is nice featuring. So it's just a question about the time that everything will be settled, and everyone will try to understand how we can do something smart where everyone will find something, and being able to have the best. So it's just a question about the time.
Got it. So it's not if, it's just when.
Yeah.
And do you expect that, I don't know, Epic Games or Activision, Microsoft will implement NFT in one of their major video games? Because that would have an impact on, I don't know, hundreds of millions of people in one go. Immediately NFT would go super mainstream if one of these players will adopt.
For sure. We see now, Ubisoft is coming on scene, and coming on invest massively on the NFT. What do you think? The other publisher will wait and see? They're all coming. It's just a question about the team. They just, have to find the good angle to come. Niantic is coming. Niantic with Pokemon Go. They raised 300 million and they're coming, on the space. What do you think? They're going to wait? They're all going to come. All of them. All. And this is my prediction. You will see all of them going to come. Just a question about that.
It's interesting because, of course, if you are, if you believe in crypto world and crypto land, NFT land, and Bitcoin and so on, of course, it's very easy to have an opinion about it. But when you talk with, sometimes I talk also with CEOs from really huge companies, people that are really clever, smart. They have an incredible team of people, and they don't get it. They really don't understand why, I don't know, Bitcoin or NFT, no, it's just scam. For me, it's incredible. It's really incredible. But I agree. I don't see how major players will not adopt, or they will do like Blockbuster and the Netflix story, and that's it,
If you want my point of view, this is exactly the same thing when internet comes. And companies say, okay, we're not going to come in internet. We don't believe that. Virgin, for example, say, no, we're not going to sell our book and our stuff on internet. We don't care about internet. We have people and they will come and we trust on the people. Okay, trust on them. The market is changing, so you have to adopt and you have to go quick and fast. So everything is changing. I remember, when internet started, I was young, and someone was saying, one day we can be able to sell some stuff on internet. You say, come on. Everyone was saying that he's mad. He's like, it's not possible. And the truth is, it's just an evolution. So what's going to happen? It's like you can continue or you stop. So you can't, stop. So the only way is to evolve and try to understand how the market is coming. The thing is, you can't, put everything in, directly. You have to wait and see what's going to happen for the other. The first one, will have like so many fail, and you will use the fail to just go faster, So yeah, it's another time question of time.
I totally agree. Sami, I remember when the internet started, and I went to an event as a speaker saying, look, people, companies will sell online, people will buy online. And I still remember, like it was yesterday, one guy, CEO from a big Italian company, stand up, he got the mic like, all right, let me say something to this idiot. And he say, do you really believe that consumer will buy tomatoes, because in Italy it's all about food, Do you think they will buy tomatoes online? Do you think that when they go to buy and they smell it, how are they going to do it on the internet? And everyone laughing, saying, yeah, he's right. Who will ever buy, vegetables or like, and it's crazy. And then everything changed, and that's it. But I mean, they will pay the price of it. I have a question, Sami, for you. From my community, because I say to my NFT holders community, say, look, I'm gonna have a chat with Sami, and if you have a question, and I saw that a couple of them, Ricardo Pesce and Paris 87, they are curious about Polygon. So why did you choose Polygon as a blockchain? And so you see that immediately on the technical side, and what's your experience, feedback about it?
Sustainable. You have the brand, of Polygon. Working with Matic will allow us to have a technical team working on the project 7 days and 24 hours, and to be able to resolve everything. This is the first point. The second one is about like the gas fee. We made a promise, for the user to say, if you want to mint a card on Cross the Ages, we will be able to mint a card for $1. Never more than that. And this is a thing that we're not able to do with ERC20 with Ethereum today. And when you have a strong partner as Sandbox, on the project, and all your partner, are using Polygon, it's better for us to have the same technology, because what we want is like having a way to create the bridge on the future to, exactly as you say, before, to create the link between different projects. I truly believe that Polygon is one of the good choice to do. And more than that, I truly believe on the multi-chain. And Polygon is one of the way for us to being able on the future to don't have only Polygon. So today, we found them super cool, really great, about like how they give us, and how they help us on the project and how they invest. And they answer to absolutely all the questions that we need, internally on the game. So when you have a partner, strong partner, able to give you all the answer and say, okay, we're gonna help for that, we're gonna do that for you. We're gonna be able to give you this guarantee for all the long of your game. That's it.
Great. By the way, yesterday I think the news was that Polygon raised, I think, 400 million. 450 from I don't know if Sequoia or like some massive.
Sequoia. Yeah.
So it's definitely interesting. Let's go into Cross the Ages. How long did it take to develop Cross the Ages, first of all?
We started the project 17 months ago.
Wow, okay.
17 months ago. So this is something where, usually people come, on the field and say, we want to create the project and we want to do that. And if we raise money, we're going to do that. We do absolutely all the opposite. 17 months ago, we had an idea to create a new kind of experience with a fun to play, free to play, will become a play and earn. So this is very different to play to earn, the play and earn. So you will enjoy, you will play, and you will earn at the same time. The story starts when I met Christophe de Courson. He's one of the co-founder, one of the first VC in Luxembourg who created the Olymp Capital. And we was talking together about how we can merge our knowledge I'm from the gaming side, he's from the crypto, and how we can be able to create a unique experience for the gamer. So we start by hiring writer. At the beginning, there are 5 writers on the project. Now there are 14 writers working on the project to create the book. 7
Wow.
books exactly. Every book is around 700 to 800 pages, and you have Hollywood level. So they are all superstars, on the team. Many of them sold million of book. The book is translated in different language: Spanish, French, English, Japanese, Chinese, Polish, and you have chapter, on the website for free. Every 2 weeks, we release a new chapter. We already released the 8th first chapter, of the book. And what we want is to giving like a deep experience for the user. Imagine that we are creating a new kind of Harry Potter or Game of Thrones without the show yet. So people will be included on this experience. The first book, people will see, give comment and everything. However, more you're gonna go on the story, more people will be able to interact with the story and to give the feedback. From that, we created a card, cards made, on the universe. We created a graphic Bible. Just to give you a quick idea, you have 365 different cards per year. For each card, we have a brief of 20 pages at least. So we're talking about 7,000 pages we created all the brief. And we hire 75 now artists involved on the project for the 10 next year. It's going to be 115. And you have the team from Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Marvel, DC Comics, Spider-Man, The Witcher, Cyberpunk, Matrix, Avatar, Nier Automata, Final Fantasy.
Sami, you already sold me on the first 2 that you mentioned. Like crazy.
In fact, it's deeper than that because we go so deep. Then now, the artists are contacting us and say, okay, I want to be in. They are my friend, they're working on, I want to be in, me too. And the job is just so stunning that when you see the cards, you was reading the book and the book is insane. Honestly, I told you that because I already read more than 350 scenario and it was my job. And I'm super critic. So I took time, but when I read it, I say, oh, wow, I see myself inside. And when we start to create the character, you see how the characters are made. You want to know more about them. And this is how, we created a new kind of experience on the gaming. So just quickly to explain you what we made, we changed the rules. Imagine that usually on the gaming part, you take something and you put it on the metaverse. You take a boat, you take a street, you take whatever, a car, and you put everything on the metaverse. We do absolutely the opposite. You start to play on the metaverse with a card, When you collected your own collection, all your card, 145 cards of your collection, you can transform all your NFT to NFC. Physical card that you receive, and physical, you can touch them with NFC inside. So it's chipsets, and this chipset will allow you to understand that those cards are original. And this is something unique, because you're changing the way of the collectible. What we want is to create the bridge between people from the collectible, people from gaming, and people from crypto. And this is totally a new experience, something that no one made before. Why? Because this is a thing that all my life, everything I made is for this project. Everything. If you take like my experience on movie, experience on gaming, experience on card collectible, and yeah, I want to give this experience, for everyone to say, okay, everything is high level. People working on the blockchain is high level. The game himself and the concept himself is just insane, with the competition side, with like experience, with your NFT become hologram and you see that hologram and you can play with your smartphone and you can play on your computer. And yeah, something like super immersive that people say, oh, wow, I want to play. I want to discover.
Wow. It's like it feels like, when a marketing expert come to you and say, look, you really need to have an irresistible offer. This is an irresistible offer, because it makes everything together. One thing that I didn't understand is the transfer from the NFT to the NFC is something, maybe I'm saying something stupid, but it's something like, the Skylanders, that you have the physical object that you put on the pad.
So what's going to happen? When you start to play the game, what we want is giving a deep experience, for the player. So on the beginning, all the cards you have are digital assets, but you can transform your digital card to NFT, and you will have a time to do that, 1 year.
Right.
You will also have the way to transform that on physical, because when you collect a physical card, there are rules about the physical card. Less you will have card, more the price will be high. But the thing is, you don't know how many cards will be printed, and this is gonna be your choice. You can be able, to get them as physical, as people, collected Pokemon stuff and Magic the Gathering stuff. When you see the price, for very expensive cards, you have some cards for 400K, 500K, because there are very few of them on the world. Or you will still get them as NFT. So this is gonna be the choice. We do that, because what we want is to bring all these people from the physical collectible to say, okay, come, you will have the choice. We not force you to tell you need to get the NFT. Maybe if as your friend is skeptical, say, okay, well, I don't want NFT, I want the NFC. You can get them, but you can also get, the NFT version. And giving a new kind of experience is like the thing that's why we spend so many time. And when we created the GDD, the game design document, it's like 165 pages to explain you everything step by step, how the game will be evolved and what kind of feeling you will have. We have the roadmap for 2022, but 2023 and 2024. So we're not doing a game that we say, okay, we spend 17 months. So if you think about it, 17 months ago, before Axie Infinity, before what is it, and before people are starting to talk about the NFT, we already have this idea to create a new kind of NFT with different level of the NFT. So yeah, did I answer to your question? Did I answer to your question?
Yes, you did. It's also interesting because once you have developed this kind of IP, then like Harry Potter, I've been to the Harry Potter studios here in London, which is amazing. I mean, and you see the level of depth of their writing, design. I mean, it's a huge operation. But then, of course, they have the benefits of having an IP that can become a theme park, a movie, everything, so that's...
And we're already starting to work on that. I will give you a quick example. If you take the publisher today, all of them, they're using their own IP. Activision, Call of Duty. If you take Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed, Just Dance. Electronic Art, FIFA. Nintendo, Mario. Sega, Sonic. And they're all using game year after year. Why? Because the IP is the strongest thing you can get. We already created the fanzine, so the comics. So the comics is released in 1 month. So you will have a comics coming from across the ages. We are working on so many things, on the project, that when you will understand it, we created Easter egg inside the book. So when you read the book, you say, oh, wow, this is giving me a code that I can be able to find something on the real world. And this is exactly what's going to happen. When you're gonna have the book, on the book we hide some card inside with super code, that you have to find to get the card inside the book. We made so many things inside to create the bridge between the digital and the real world. And this is why this project is called Cross the Ages. How you create the bridge between different universe, the universe, the metaverse, the real world, and what is the limit, what is the difference between that. And this is super exciting when you have like people writing, because now they're working on the second book and we are creating the second season, of the card, because we always need to get 1 year in advance.
What's the stage of the project at the moment, Sami? Where are you with the roadmap?
Far. So we already have like a game almost complete. We are able to finish the game in March. So in 45 days, we will have a complete version. We need 45 days to do the balance, because on card gaming, you need to be sure that the card will be not too strong and too powerful, because on the blockchain, when you block, a value, for a card, you can go back. On the gaming field, you can change the card, say, okay, we do like this card is not being, so it's too powerful, so we're gonna would I give I'm sorry, excuse me.
Testing.
You test, all the cards, and from that, we will open an early access on May. So on May, we will give, for the community the way to start, like the immersion, across the ages. And this is going to be the first release of the sets. What we want to do is doing competition on the summer, and what we want is giving a pool prize for 1 million USD. 1 million USD for the best player. How we're going to do that? Imagine that you can be able to create a new guild, and the 5 best on every guild will be able to be selected on a world championship. And you have 128 team, and after that, people will play, and the 3 best team will have the reward. And this is exactly what we want to do, to create an esport community, as we have it on the best game on card collectible. And at end of the year, you have the second season, of Cross the Ages will be released. So first one is an Archon card, 145 card. You will have 1 card per week coming, and you will have, after that, on 6 months, the second season. And now we're working on the 3rd season. So always have an advance of 2 collection,
I go back to questions from my community. There was one question related with the benefits for the holders, and in general, I would say is what's your business model? What's the tokenomics, and what are the benefits? Probably going into the business model side would be interesting.
Here we go. You have on the game a token in game. So it's a currency called the crystal. This currency is stable. Why are we doing that? Just to give an experience, deep experience for the player, and to being able to give a promise that the price of the minting will be 1 USD. The pack on the game is $3 to $15, not more. So you have an experience, deep experience for less than $20. And from that, you will have the CTA token. The CTA token is the thing that when you get it, you will see how the CTA token will go up and up. Why? If you are holder of 10 CTA token, for example, let's say I will give you some number, you will be able to mint a card. If you have 20, you can being able to do the competition and the world competition. If you have 50, you can rent your card. So you don't have, you can play, but you can rent your card for people doing competition. If you have 100, you can be able to transform your card from NFT to NFC. And if you have, let's say, 500, this will allow you to have every week 1 off-series card. You can get it if you play 2 hour, 3 hour, and do like all the quests. But you can be able to have so many access when you are holder of the CTA token. So what's going to happen? Everyone will want to get the token. And this is a big difference on the game where people are speculating. People will need them, to play to the game. So you will have so many people coming. When you see like the collectible card gaming, if you have like a good game with all the good rules, that mean a good game and a good price, not too expensive for the minting, and the true deep story behind that, it's going to be a major success. So people holder of the token will see the token explode directly. So more you have it, more you get it, more it's going to be, and you have like a way of staking, on the project. But even, people, you can do like 2 times, the benefit and the profit, because if you are holder of card that you mint, you only have 1 year to transform your card from digital to NFT. If you don't do that, you can't transform that. And you can only sell your card if your card are NFT. And you can rent it only if your card are NFT. Makes sense, What's going to happen? You will have more and more player and less card. And the card, you will find a perfect equation called the supply and demand. This will give you a perfect price without any whales. This is a system, and mechanic on card gaming. There are some game, Magic and Pokemon, doing exactly the same thing. And it's why you have a game more than 30 years where the card is still going up and up and up. And this, Cross the Ages, will be the kind of game where the card will always go up. Deflationary system on the number of cards and increase of the number of players. So people will start the game. It's going to be infinite. You can't imagine, I will give you a card for free for the beginning, and this card will cost 10, 20, 100, and even more. So all people will come on the beginning of the game, and you will see, this is a promise. you will see how it's going to be, because it's always like that. It's mathematics.
Very interesting. On the business model side, how did you fund the game at the beginning? So going back 18 months, 19 months, did you just decided to fund it yourself? And how do you do it?
So we start, when you want to make a promise for someone, in my feeling, you have to take your own risk. So we put our own money because we are able to do it. And this is a big difference. When we finish all the work and all the preparation, we start the fundraising. And the fundraising was super quick, maybe 3 weeks. So open and close, the fundraising.
And sorry, Sami, to interrupt. It was like a traditional fundraising to VCs or angels and
just VC, not angels.
Okay.
And inside, and we have like many. There are many partners, and we're gonna be able to talk about that. We already put on the website like all the partners involved on the project. But I think that all the VC was super excited to see the project and like the approach and the unique approach. And also the thing very interesting is like we are from the gaming. We created many games before that. So many games. We have some game we download more than 1 million times. So we have some game that if you see in like our metrics, we made more than 1 million download. This game is the maximum thing that we made. That means, on the knowledge and everything we put on it made this game incredible. I will give you just something like some kind of information. This month, January, we reached 140,000 people, new follower on the social media. We have 320,000. All of them are organic. We didn't give any giveaway with the money. So we do one at the beginning, but it's my position, very bad idea. And what I want is just involve the people with the NFT and say, okay, come and see. And when you see the retweet and you go on Instagram, you see 180,000 and you see like going up every week, you say, okay, I made a promise that we will have at least 1 million before the launch of the game. And I do this promise before having 10K. So, you can say, I'm crazy. The thing is, it's coming, and it's coming faster and faster and growing so faster and organically, because people are really seeing how deep is the project and what is the ambition of the project. To be honest with you, I don't care about the money. I'm not the guy, to say I want to do money, million, whatever. I already do my money. My company is working so well. I just want to give a new kind of experience. And I'm so happy, to do the thing that I love. I have this passion, of gaming, and all the things. I love what I'm doing today. And I'm so happy to share it with people. So, yeah.
It's also, Sami, the perfect moment and it's the perfect intersection because you get the video game, the entertainment, and the crypto world. So it's really, really I think the perfect time. Before you mentioned something, the difference between play to earn and play and earn. Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. When you say to someone play to earn, it means whatever, if it's boring or not, you have to do it as a job. I'm not gonna focus on any game, I'm not the kind of guy like that, talking bad about the game, but play to earn. Play and earn. This is so different. So you play and you earn. And everything, it is just a question about like how you about angle, how you seen it, But for us, the experience what we want to give to the player is having a true deep experience, playing to a game with so many ways, to play that, for Across the Ages, every match is 5 minutes. And imagine that we're playing together and we have 20 cards, okay, and we have exactly the same card. All the situation will be every time different. Every time. You cannot have the same match. It's like the Go, infinite possibility. And this is the thing that we made 5 proto before having this kind of game. 5 proto. We spent like 7 months just to be sure to having like the deep experience. So I involved the best player of Magic, people from Hearthstone, people from Eternal, from League of Legends. All of them, they was on the table and say, okay, what do you think about that? I said, no, it's not good enough. We have to do a game where people will be involved and they need to love it and they need to have like a super experience. So I know that when I will come, I'm not gonna lie to the people, and I'm not gonna come with something to to say, wow, this is the best game ever. No, I'm not saying that. I will say to the people they will have a unique experience, and with a super evolution. That means we have a plan, for 2023 and 2024, and everything you get from the beginning, you can use it for the metaverse and for the future.
Where will be possible to play on what platforms?
Smartphone. This is new because like very few game of crypto are working on a smartphone, on computer, and on the future it's going to be on console. So for now, we want to be able to give like a real experience on the same time for smartphone and desktop. So Apple, Android, and whatever. And after that, we will be able, to go deeper, on the kind of experience. But we need to do it step by step.
Got it. One thing that I don't understand technically, but I'm always curious about is when you say that in a game you can earn an NFT, for instance.
Yeah.
How does it happen? I mean, it's like minting an NFT on OpenSea, and then you have it in your wallet that is connected to your game, and then once you've done it, all right, then you have it, and then you can go sell it on the marketplace. Is it like as simple as it is, or is it technically challenging?
As simple as you say. It's super simple. You have a card, and the question is when you have the card as digital asset, you can be able to mint your card. So since you mint it, this will be on the blockchain. So you can, sell it, on the marketplace of Cross the Ages, or rent it, or no. And you can put it on OpenSea, for example, or maybe another platform to sell it, so you are free to do whatever you want with it. It's on your wallet. So very simple way to do it.
And wallet on Cross the Ages, I can't wait to play now, Sami. After what you say, I have to play. But the wallet is like, that on Axie Infinity, there is the Ronin wallet. They develop their own wallet. Do you have your own wallet, or you can use MetaMask or whatever?
You can use MetaMask. We want to do it simple. What we want is doing very simple. You know what? I didn't plan to do that, but I want to do it now. You want to play, and I want to give something for your community. I want to give 500 NFT for your community for 25 people. So 25 that you will select it, and you do whatever you want to do, and you will give them an early access on the game plus 20 NFT for each. So in April, you will have only a few kind of people will be able to be, involved. So Monty, I will give you this way. You will have your access for you. But you will have
I'm thinking, wait, I have to let me get a coffee now. That was not prepared. I'm really like shocked. Okay.
Yeah. I love the show. I love to do it, and this is direct, so we didn't plan. And I'm serious, guys. It wasn't play, from the beginning. So yeah, I want to do it like that and say, find a way to give for your community 25 of them that we will give them an early access, and they will get 20 NFT minted. So you can start to play directly, and have like a truly deep experience on Cross the Ages.
That would be fantastic and much appreciated. I think that one of the questions that I was reading on the Discord is Mars D92 says, ask him if he can give us an access to a whitelist. That's immediately, the question. As soon as they come, they say, please.
Yes. What we want to do is really, doing something that you will be so happy. And, I will give you a thing very interesting. The artists, that we involve, if you've seen their work on Foundation, super variable, you will see how, the work is amazing, and how the piece of art you will get, you will be so happy to get it. Say, I get one. I have it. It's mine, They will never lose value. It will always increase. It's why, we was so selective, on the artists, on the people, on the technical side. Everything we made from the beginning, we was super, how can I say that, selective, on the way that we want to do it. And we want to give the best experience for the people. To say, okay, you will have a true deep experience. We will be here for the 10 next year. And this is the promise. You know why? Whatever was going to happen, you can't, when you have an IP, broken IP. You know what I mean? It's super solid. If you have a true story with a super casting, of people writing a book that you feel inside so deep, you think what? You don't like the last Star Wars? And what? Whatever. The IP is here. You don't like the last Matrix? Whatever. It's still here. You don't like the last season of Game of Thrones? Whatever. It's still here. The IP, created an IP, is something super strong. What we want to do is using the collaboration of the user. And this is new. Imagine that for someone on Harry Potter, you told him, you can create your own character, you, Monty, a special wizard.
Gosh, that would be incredible. I have a final question, and then I'll let you go. Thank you so much, Sami, for your time. It was so interesting and inspiring. I was curious to understand. You have so many balls rolling and juggling so many things and so many pieces. You have the art, the game, the metaverse, and everything. So many things. I was wondering, how do you, as a company, manage all together to go at the same speed? Because maybe you have writers that are very fast, but then the gaming is back. To me, to understand how you do it would be really interesting.
Okay. My experience, when you take it, on the back, I have 17-year experience, working on gaming and movie together, and I do it step by step. I made so many mistakes. Then, I understood how plan, that's why we are 145, just for the number? No, because we have like people, in charge of the artistic. My job is to supervise everything. So I love to understand everything, but I'm not the guy who say, we have to do that. And no. I give inspiration to the people and say, okay, what I want is to doing that. So I see, the sketch. So people are created all, the debrief, and I send to the artist, and artist send it back, and just we do validation. Every week, I spend 16 hours per day on the project.
Got it.
16 hours per day. And yeah, it's a long work. But when you have the best with you, you can able to give them, everyone, the part of the comics, because I just tell you a part, but I didn't talk about what we built on the metaverse. And the metaverse will be just insane. And this is another part.
What about the metaverse? There's also the metaverse. I completely forgot.
Yeah, the metaverse. I never talked about that yet, but imagine that we do something totally new on the metaverse. So even, when you play, when you put your card and the card become NFT, all card become hologram. So this is just the first experience, but we go so deeper, and we only write it, So yeah, it's gonna be super exciting. So to answer to your question, it's a lot of work, but I'm not alone. I have so many people, with me, and they are good people that I trust, and I work with them for 5, 7, 10 years, some, and they are very good, on the thing that they used to do. So together, and this is exactly, the lesson, across the ages, is together what we can be able to do. The answer is infinite. If we are together, we can do infinite. There are no rules.
there is no limit. Sami, thank you so much. Good luck for everything. I'll keep you tracked, monitored, and I'll try to support the next few steps of the company. And I'll see you soon.
Yeah, don't forget your user to give them some NFT. Huh?
I'll be in touch. No worries. Thank you so much.
Gracias.